Hello everyone, it's Peter here, Piotr Fissner from Inte.Team. How you doing, guys? So, my technicians are starting to learn microelectronics, and especially apprentices have problem when I'm asking them to learn about microelectronic components. They are learning only the regular electronic basic components, and they have problem with those ones. So I will take 10 minutes to explain them to you to the best of my knowledge, and only the basic ones. And then if you want, feel free to comment down below, or or do something so that I will know that it's worth to record part number 2. As I promised, 10 minutes video, so let's start. Okay, so I've got few books of them. These are sample books. These are 1206 resistors and capacitors, so that's the size 1206. And let us get a microscope here. Let us switch to the microscope. Okay, we are here and the HDMI is not plugged in, so let's plug in the HDMI port. Okay, and I need to adjust the colors, and we see now those components. Now these ones are quite big, you can see they are quite big. See how comparing to this it's quite large. You can easily see them with your own eye. And you've got here C stands for capacitor, 1206 it's a size. You can Google the sizes, 0805, 0603, 0402 and 0201. So yes, you can Google these sizes. You will know how many millimeters they have, yes, or less than millimeter. That's the capacitance, that's 1 picofarad. Nanofarad would have a N here, and U would be microfarads. Picofarads are 10 to minus 12, nanofarads are 10 to minus 9th value, and microfarads are 10 to minus 6th. You can Google it as well, so I won't go too much of the details. Plus minus 0.25 picofarad and 50 volts. Different ones will have different values, like here are picofarads as well, but you already see that it's a percentage here, and I don't know, don't ask me what the cog stands for. Yes, so let's get them out of the way. The same will be with resistors. Yes, you get the same, only start of 0, and that's not a joke, that's for real. 0 ohm resistor works like a fuse. As well, a resistor 1206 size. Don't again ask me about JR07. I bought this book, but I don't know, and that's maybe manufacturer or something. Plus minus 5%. Now here the R, it's used as a dot, so 1 dot, let's say 0 ohm. Yes, here it's 1.2 because there is a 2, 1.2, so 1.2 ohms. Yes, if you will have kilo ohms somewhere, okay, like here, you will have 13 kilo ohms, 15 kilo ohms, but with a lower values a bit. Let's get here, you've got again 1.3 kilo ohm. Okay, so the kilo stands as a divider in between 1 and 3. It's easy to read this way. Okay, so those ones. And here we've got different sizes. That's a book of all the sizes I've got, like from 0 to 01. Now compare this size, please, to this. You see how tiny these holes are, and that's 0201 size, not 1206. Still capacitor, 1 picofarad. Yes, 0201, 5%, 50 volts, NPO, I've got no idea. So as you see, these are smaller sizes. Then you've got another sizes which are 0402. Okay, 0402 are slightly bit bigger. Let's get us some nicer view. You see, slightly bit bigger. Then you've got 0603 sizes, which are slightly bit bigger again. And then 0805 you've got here, which are more similar to those 1206 which we've seen. Yes, so these are bigger ones. So guys, that's all the capacitors and resistors. Now about the colors. Okay, let's get the PCB, because how many minutes? We've got 4 minutes. Okay, good time. Different components, but before we will go to different components, I want you to see them on the PCB. Okay, so we've got a power supply from Vestel, which is easy to find. and you've got here several names. Okay, so you see R, which stands for the resistor, but the value, don't ask me, you can Google. Don't take 103 that has 103 ohms, that would be incorrect. Then when you see D and you see just a line here, that's accurate, that's diode. Okay, the same here. But if you would see this part grayed, let's say, or different color than the rest, and would stand for C, don't take it as a diode, that will be capacitor. And then yellow or orangish colors will be tantalum capacitors. You barely see them, but nowadays in PlayStation 3 you can see them, but later not that much. Okay, and here 0 is for real 0 ohm resistor, as we've seen in our booklet. That's a diode symbol, yeah, so that's regular component. I'm looking for some SOT23 component as well. The glue here is used so that when they glue component to solder later with a wave, and sometimes you see direction arrow on the PCB, you know which way the PCB went through the wave of the solder, okay, to solder it. It's called wave soldering. Now this is SOP and SOT. I never remember. One have through holes pins, and then the second ones have just soldering on the surface here. So those are the SOP or SOT components. You can Google the difference, SOP and SOT. I think T is through hole and P is just, you know, placed on the surface, but I can be wrong, so better check it than learn some lie. Now this is a regular component. I will just speed up by looking at the, okay, I found SOT23. That's quite typical, yes, packaging. So you've got 1, 2, 3 legs here, 1, 2, 3. That's SOT23. And guys, I will give you one website, okay? I will give you one website which is worth knowing. That's the website. So if you would go to this website, smd.unid.1, yes, go back to index, okay, sorry, not here. You will see that those components have different names, like those markings you will see on the components, but yet you won't see the proper name. And when you click on them, like M7, for instance, diode can be, yes, M7, Sanyo, and NEC, you see transistors here can have, whereas we know them as M7 diodes, yes. So you see, you can be wrong. That's why you need to learn those packagings. If you won't learn those packagings, yes, it will be difficult for you to find them. But if you will learn these packaging, you don't have to memorize them. You can either learn every so often one or two, or print out the most common ones and have them hanging somewhere so that you can remember them. But this website is really useful, and I'm really helping myself with the knowledge from those tiny components, because I wouldn't know them otherwise. There are many of those components, but I didn't want you to be bored with the work overload of how many they are, so no point, less than 10 minutes, that's what I like. Guys, if you've got anything in particular which you want to question about, leave us a comment or contact me. Please leave a like or comment, because that helps to grow this channel, especially interactions. When YouTube see interactions on the YouTube channel, that helps me grow this channel even more, because these videos reaching more people. Guys, but that's it in this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and all the best. Take care.